Now, what are some additional email etiquette tips for you? Proofread your email twice before sending it. Okay, please do this. This is something that I preach. I try to practice as much as possible, but every once in a while where I don't listen to my own advice, invariably there will be some spelling error there. Invariably there would be some grammatical error that I've made, and then I'm not following my own advice, and it's sent to somebody and it's not looking good then, right? So avoid doing this. Proofread your emails twice before sending them. And just here, I don't know whether that point comes again, especially for important emails. Try to read the email aloud, right? So you don't need to read it loudly, but at least say the email verbally if it's an important email, because sometimes when you actually read it aloud, you get to know where it's not flowing properly or where you're making an error when you actually read it aloud. So read it twice, and when you're reading it, again, try to read it aloud instead of reading it in silence. That will help you in a big way, right? While doing it, reply to emails within 24 hours as far as possible. Send an interim reply if you need more time to reply to something, right? So that's the basic ground rule for it. And here again, I'm not talking about promotional emails that come to you, or emails where somebody is soliciting business from you in some way. Okay, this doesn't apply to them, but most other emails, this is the rule to follow. This is something that a lot of people do. Do not forward a business email without a comment why you're forwarding it, right? You get so many people doing that. They just forward you, and I'm not talking about fun forwards, right? I'm talking to you about real kind of business forwards that people send across, and they don't put any reason why they're sending it, and they almost leave it up to the receiver to figure out why that email has been forwarded to them, right? Always insert the email ID after you finish typing and checking the email, right? All of us have been a victim to this at some point or the other, where the send button has been pressed before we realized it, and an email went to somebody. Now, of course, a lot of the emails have this feature where they give you a little bit of time to undo it, right? Not all the emails have it, but at least Gmail has it currently, where they give you a little bit of time to undo it, which is good in itself. But if that's not the case, if you're going to write a long email to somebody, just knock off their email ID first, so that it can't go to them in a mistake. And then after you're done typing it, then put the email ID there, right? So yeah, think twice before hitting reply all. For each and everything, you don't need to reply to everyone in an email, right? Because the more the parties involved to it, that often causes more confusion and doesn't bring benefit to anyone. Often if you just keep replying all and marking irrelevant people in your emails, then they stop taking your email seriously and sometimes won't even open your email, right? Because they think, oh, this guy just marks everyone for anything, and it's just irrelevant to me when he does this, right? So think twice before you do a reply all. And like we mentioned earlier, never use shorthand in your email. So don't do stuff like, are you free tomorrow? And so don't do this, right? Don't type like this, because again, it looks extremely unprofessional when you do it, right? So these are some just additional tips for you.